Mema scenario bi mesanso amabiom na saa asem we a ye ken hwe screen so ye infoni no eyemienu o hwe left side a eye Larabanga Ancient Mosque. One of the tourist attraction in the northern side of this country. In fact, to be precise, no, a close to a friend Larabanga. Na sa mosque the Emma and it said it was built in the Sudanese ancient ways. What you say? In Timbrofo Ghana, na ye call the northern side of the country. One of the sites I visited is a mosque. Me sure say as Ghana ni we hu ebi a won call Hodakra na we hu pictures bebre ya na ye try yes you Larabanga Mosque. No. And on your right side, yes, Larabanga Mosque na ende I mean, you can say ende. Sa Larabanga Mosque na on your right side, ende, ebubu. Oh, ebubu. The atonon any. Na mamenka asementrel. Me say Ghana won. Ya kwa yese oman bia. For you to understand, no, ya makasa scenario we pen na mesanso akabiom. Ghana kwa yese obi a wotifie. Na fie na nipa kro no ote no ono ene nebusuafo omu ni bibidi omo bre omo sre anso mu di ati ase ena aduane asan ena wo mo akwa sre emo ene ya che omo one bag onimpe fe se aduane a wo mo mbetumi edi ebia emo a olonka baako edi eno mbetumi edi nanso oba afie no Wababa benua emo one bag ni na sa adana because ya dia ye dia chomo odi ye di obetumi edi ewie no dodo na egu ho no wentumi endi no akwa akoto egu aden ya wosi o enye hwe so ochina ye betumi akwa akosre biom ni asanso achenye emo one bag Ghana oman Ghana sa na yeti Ghana ye Ghana ni a ye kan oman Ghana oman sa na Ghana for yeti yesuban no sa na Ghana for yeti Adi a friend culture of maintenance and a maintenance culture. Trese. And no na mende ya kwan ni ye nyama nina SSA no. Ghana ni tia wa ban ni tia se ade we say pass obekwa akoye ni ye wonye ni ye. Na metro di nti America sa. Pass obekwa akoye ni ye no. Onkonko ye ni ye o. Ni tia aban ni tia sa ade na say pass obe ni ye no onye ni ye. Ontwen na embubu. Ontwen ne nku nipa ansa na wenyanya ansa se adi kre o se fixe na densi America sa na se obroni 5 years ago na mebe read this ankrata natural 5 years ago ena obroni bi ekwa visit sa Larabanga Mosque a ye kan ho asemi ena obroni ne betro ho nkrata ka se Ghana for I was say mo sorry because some tourist attraction Larabanga Mosque ma coincide makwa ko hu ne se chale nnua na ye dia support nnua na wo inside na dia supporting na no termites me nim se nia me we mebo termites din ewo twimu termites arindua no aye week inti Ghana for mun attend to Larabanga Mosque no 5 years ago na wo broni no ebe trust ankrata na me be ready Obroni ne article natural. Obroni ne friend William Juan 5 years ago and no trust ankrata no. Na and imagine say na ke ye December na abrofufu ya eya omoba Ghana a ye de omoko place yi na nka omo aba Ghana na nka ye de omo akosa Larabanga Mosque and omo hyemu anagbade ne bubugu omo so enye international disgrace ene yenya no. Is it not international disgrace? Is it not international disgrace? Mami read Obroni no. O show Obroni na our website. Website no. juaninafrica.com. Inti Africa wo buy oko baby bebre oka ho asem. Inti obe visit Larabanga Mosque 5 years ago na sema wo tro ni. O say this is one of a series of posts about Ghana's only 6 remaining historic mad mosque built in the Sudano-Sahelian architectural style. Senya mema oti ase no hwe senya yesi Larabanga Mosque and the man ye unique ni say yesi ne to say ancient Sudan way what ase. Now ti I see we a series of posts on mosques we. I say on my trip to see the ancient mosques in northern Ghana, I was disappointed to find 2 of the 3 mad mosques in the Upper West region to be collapsed and abandoned. I say 3 and the Upper West. Nan 2 a collapse ama ye jaho ye nye ho hwe. I say entering the northern region, my first stop was in ex-president John Mahama's hometown of Bole, where another Sudano-Sahelian style mosque was reported to stand. I was pleased to find it not only standing but still in use. I greeted the chief imam, signed the visitor register, paid my 10 cedis and was given a guide to take me in. I arrived a bit afternoon time and they were preparing for midday prayers, so my tour was a bit rushed. So see what do Ghana or do wa ono de oba se wo be tourist or be hem mosque no say 3 and e wo ho 2 e collapse inti ba ko pe we na aka odu a wo hu ye na ne je se to koye okoko chia chief imam e chia ne wie ye je no fee 10 cedis so person okoko hwe inside 10 cedis ye je ne 10 cedis ye de ne right inside. I say as with Nakori Mosque, the guide had very little knowledge of the history and construction of the old mosque. However, Dennis Jenegwan and his team of archaeologists, sponsored by the Swiss Liechtenstein Foundation for Archaeological Research Abroad, did a thorough survey of the Bole Mosque in 2015. They published their study of the mad mosques in the SLSA 2015 annual report. And it includes the history of the mosque, a detailed architectural survey, and results of radiocarbon dating on pieces of wood and charcoal from the mosque. It was say the pakra what they call around the ground. I don't share any information if I'm mosque ne Ghana home. It's a mbrofufuobi. And in 2015, omo ba Ghana na be investigation for mosque ne ho e matches of omo tro ho report. I'm brofofo ni mum na ba betre ye mosque ne kra no e kira asem ya yete Ghana hakra na mosque ne kra ye ni me kira asem. Also, the oral traditions surrounding the ancient mosque history are inconsistent and confused at best. Jenekwan's research cast serious doubt on claims of the mosque being 200 to 300 years old. His Bole Mosque radiocarbon results suggest otherwise, and combined with the historical raising of Bole by Samori Tori in 1896, they place its construction in the early 20th century. One interesting feature of the ancient Bole Mad Mosque is that the wooden poles that are found in and between the buttresses do not function as any sort of structural support to the building. They are used as scaffolding for times of maintaining the plaster and painting. However, they are mainly decorative features meant to maintain the West Sudanese artistic. Into we Indiana ewo mosque ne ho na enye say Indiana supported dino ebe yo say Indiana supported abi Indiano akwa say scaffold and steps ti ye pese ye painti e dan ne ho a ne ya fro Indiano ne ya yeden ya painti to we no kan. I wonder if this applies to some of Ghana's other remaining Sudano-Sahelian mosques. It may explain their towers are prone to collapse and reinforce the idea that most of them are only around 100 years old. At that point, those with a true mastery of Sudanic mad architecture had passed on. Along those same lines, the Bole Mosque has the shortest towers of all the mad mosques of Ghana. One could describe Bole's layers as towers and more like pyramidal domes, perhaps also related to the lack of structural support for the bush posts. And so mainly he was talking about the structures and all that. What you say? Into real, and I just walk and say, I was disappointed to see that the local community has put their energy and financing into modern towers, but left other parts of the mosque in disrepair. The building could use a new whitewashing, and the support beams in the ceiling were visibly infested by termites. Unless something is done to control the termites, I wouldn't be surprised if the roof collapses in a year or two. 5 years ago, and not trust the same way. It can home for need to social media. say oko and eniji and so at the end of the day no or you're disappointed because the place is not being managed well. Yen maintain the place no and yen one say a year or two a bebu egum or kind 5 years ni ebu egum. You have tourism minister. As our tourist attraction is supposed to be under the tourism minister. You have tourism minister. The Kenyans are same chain here. What the a year, mudi a year na sisia a year na year tourism. Mudi mo oh dear. So we have the men, no, and the biggest scam Ghanaians have ever had in our history. We have the men. Oh God, so big we have the men. We have the men. That is the biggest scam ever. We have the men. It's here for one time. Your comment box ni mo. That's it.